What's up, Facebook? Dan the Waterman. We're going to be doing an interview with Jeremy Rubin, the friendly flipper. Take 3. For some reason, the first 2 times we tried this, it didn't work. So let's see what's going on. Go ahead and share an invite when you jump on, please. Let me know you're here. There he is. Let's try this again. Can you hear me live? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
There we go.
Yes.
Finally. I rebooted my phone too, bro. I don't know what the problem was.
Oh man, neither do I. All right, well, we're here now.
We are here. I'm gonna do some inviting real quick.
Yeah, it's working now. Let me share this, and I'm gonna invite some peeps up in here.
Yeah, man. How's your day going? Killing it?
Oh, it's going great. Killing it.
Good,
Super
bro.
busy, but it's going great. How's your day going, man?
Awesome, bro. Dantastic. How about that?
Yeah, love it. Let's see here.
I'm just going down the list, inviting everybody.
Yeah, there it is. All right, all right.
All right. Let's see.
Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Just gonna go down the list here.
When you guys get on here, make sure you share and invite, please. We are live with Jeremy Rubin, the friendly flipper.
Yo, yo, yo! What's up, everyone? What's going? How's it going? How's your Wednesday workflow? All right, all right. It's actually working. Naja, how's it going? Thanks for joining.
What's up, Leslie, Cecilia? What's going on? Hope you guys had an awesome day. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are? Who is Jeremy Rubin, the friendly flipper? What do you do?
Jeremy Rubin, the friendly flipper. He flips houses. He takes houses that are dilapidated, ran down, falling apart, and most recently burnt up to the point where they have holes in the roof. And he comes
Dude,
in
that looked like a barbecue in my backyard. The last picture I saw of that one.
Dude, this one's gnarly. This one's gnarly for sure, but it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait to get started on it. So
Yeah,
and then I take those and then I transform them into beautiful masterpieces, and then we put families in them that and we help families. I help families achieve their dreams. And that's the most rewarding part by far. Is the end result there. Handing off those keys, because no other flipper does that I know of. Like, they operate in the background, so that's why I'm the friendly flipper. I'm out there, I'm showing the house, and I'm handing off the keys, and I can teach other people how to do it too. So,
love it.
Savage grind hat.
Yeah, man, and the shirt, bro, and the shirt.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, man. What, you got a 10X hat on?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. So walk us through that process from burnt barbecue hole in the ground to making it look beautiful like the houses you've done so far.
Sure. Well, it starts when I walk through it for the first time. I'm assessing, everything that needs to be renovated and, repaired and everything. And then I'm coming up with a number. So I have to figure out, what it's going to cost to fix it. Then, I take a look at, what the houses in the neighborhood are selling for, what the nicest houses are selling for that are similar. And I'm like, okay, so it's going to take how much to get this burnt up house up to the value of, the top comps in the neighborhood. Thanks for everyone for joining, and thank you for sharing it out. I appreciate it. We're kind of just talking about the process of, if you're just joining, the process of, going through and finding a house to flip. So then I figure out how much it's going to cost to fix it. Then I figure out, what I can pay to be able to, cover all my costs and, make a profit. And then I make my offer. Offer gets accepted, hopefully, but most of the time they don't. So that's one of the biggest things, totally a numbers game. But then we close and go to work. And I figure out, design the plan, what I want to do. And then just let my contractor let her rip and just go for it.
Awesome, man. So talk about you. We know about the Friendly Flipper and what he does. What about Jeremy Rubin? What do you do outside of flipping houses?
Outside of flipping houses, well, let's see. Cars, automobiles, that's my number one like hobby. Like I love cars. Anything that goes fast. I love racing actually. Like that's like my number one like thing. And go-karts is what's yeah, go-karts what's up. Go-karts. K1 speed. That's awesome, but yeah, cars are my hobby, I would say most of all, and yeah.
What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10.
Nice.
Oh, all-wheel drive. Yes, I love it. And
sounds sweet when you start it up, right?
Yeah. So did you? Yeah, I had a video. There's a live on my feed. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool.
I gotta check it out. What's up, Sawyer? How's your day going, man?
Sawyer in the house. What's up, man? What's up, Michael? Robert, David in the house. Rosalind, Robert, everybody. Hey, thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out.
Absolutely. So how long have you been doing what you do? How long have you been flipping houses?
3 years. Been flipping houses 3 years.
Okay.
Well, 3.5 now, actually. January. Yeah, about 3.5. It's crazy how quickly this year has gone by already. Like we're already halfway.
It's crazy, man. June already.
Yeah, but 3 years.
Are you where you wanted to be at when the beginning of the year started?
Man, I'm in a totally different universe even than I thought like that I would be in. But it's. I mean, I had my certain goals as far as with my business as I knew it then, but man, things have changed so much even in just the last 90 days. It's crazy. So, but all for the better. So, what's up, Carrie Ann?
What do you think? Hey, Carrie Ann, Daniel Joseph, Savage Grind in the house. What's going on,
Savage Grind. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday.
So what changed in the last 90 days, bro?
The biggest thing, I mean, the catalyst from everything it was 10X. It was GrowthCon by far. I mean, that was like the best, I swear, the best decision I made as an adult in my professional like career, like just, or as a person even, man, just so much growth. Like, I mean, you get, what you get out of things, what you are able to, take out of them, of course, but there was so much value offered, and I got value from every single person that was on stage. I took something away from every, the whole experience, and like just implemented those things. That's the biggest thing. Like I started just the 1 or 2 or 3 pages of notes that I took on every person. I started implementing that stuff, and then just networking with everybody after the event online, like, connecting with you, connecting with so many other people after the event like that, and just coming into this network of people that are like motivated and keeping each other, in line, on pace for their goals and everything. And just, man, I had a huge mindset shift of like, okay, I can do this for me, but I'm not really, success is my duty, all of this. Like, I really was like, okay, if I'm not like sharing like what I know how to do, like with everyone else, like I'm really kind of doing a disservice to, like, I can do more by telling other people too. Like, so that I had that whole mindset shift too. And so then started, thinking of, man, I can educate people too. Not only like, should I keep this to myself and flip houses, but I can show other people too. Like, so that's like, so my goals from the beginning of the year till now were just like, just blown like crazy.
It's 10X, right? 10X,
yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
What's up, Imad, Janine, La Gringa,
Yeah.
Dominic? What's going on, guys?
La Gringa en la casa. What's going on? Man.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, from your standpoint, right, if you could change anything from your career, what do you think you would change? Is there anything that you would have done differently starting out?
Man, that's tough, because all of the experiences I went through helped me develop into, who I am now. And it equipped me with all the skills and everything, and that I have. So at the same time, so it's like, man, I wish I would have done like like, but now ever since I left my job, just because I knew like I always wanted to work for myself. Ever since I parted ways with the corporate world, I've never looked back. You know, I didn't do it as soon as I should have, though. I think that's the thing. Like, I was scared for a long time to take the leap, and it drove me to a point where I was like dead inside, like going to work, like dreading it, really, just because it was so monotonous and the same every single day. Just like, I mean, I was there 11 years, but the thing is, and that's not the bad part. I mean, that's good, but like, I stopped, like, I basically just stayed like in a retail position for like 5 more years beyond the point where I should have probably. You know, I was growing probably in each position for about 2 years, but then I got comfortable and just got, you know, kind of satisfied. Didn't want to leave the area, and so I stayed there forever. And then my flame like just like got so low, and that's the thing that I didn't even realize, like how low and burning my flame was until even just like the last year, until I left and just had, you know, the ability to focus my energy on anything and creativity and being like able to, you know, not just having this root, just like this procedure every day, like just sucked the life out of me. So if I could have made the leap sooner, or if I had the courage to sooner, I think I would have told myself to do it sooner. But at the same time, I mean,
Do you think you got complacent? Do you think you just got kind of, you know, this is comfortable?
Yeah, for a long time. And I mean, I was up to 4 weeks of paid vacation a year. So it was like, I thought I had, I mean, yeah, you know, it's like I got comfortable. I was enjoying it, in terms of like the time off, but I was always looking forward to the weekend. That's the thing. It's like I was always working towards the weekend and my days off. And like that was like for years, like towards the end, and like probably for the last like 4 years, it was like, you know, I just knew there was something I'd rather be doing aside from being in this box, you know, every day in the same situation. So,
Dude, you can drive down the street. You leave your house at 9, go back to work, go back home at 5. You see the same people driving up and down the street, the rat race, every single day. Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful with with like, I don't know, road rage and things. Like, you see the same people, it's fun at the same hours, but then
you do
who to look out for too. Like, who's like not so awake at that hour. You're like, oh, that guy's.
Oh, yeah. Man, that blue Suburban's all over the road every morning. Get away from him. Yeah. So, from your standpoint, what do you think are the top 3 skills that you feel a person needs to have in order to be a successful entrepreneur?
They have to be driven, and they have to take action. And I mean, they have to be driven to succeed. That's the thing. They have to be driven to hit a goal that's, and like this, an unrelenting will to achieve this goal. Like, they have to be like, it's got to be like, that's where they're going. Like, head down, that's where they're going. Like, you got to have that, like, steadfast, like,
you got to have tunnel vision.
Yeah, persistence, just focus, laser, just like, you're going and you're gonna run into things, you know, and you're still going, and you're gonna bust through and just keep. So persistence and drive, but then you have to take action too. You can't just be like the mindset of, you know, the I don't know, the quote-entrepreneurs, as I'll call them, that are just throwing out quotes and not taking action. Like, you have to actually go, and like, you can have all these dreams, but they're fantasies unless you make them go. Unless you start taking action, they're just fantasies. So, be driven. You got to take action, and you got to learn.
Without action, none of that stuff matters, man.
Yeah, and then you got to learn. You got to learn your craft. I mean, whatever you want to do, you got to just always be learning and always improving yourself, and always taking opportunities, saying yes, especially when you're still figuring out what you're trying to get into and what you're trying to figure out your niche, like you gotta consider opportunities. And even when you think like you know enough, you never know enough. Like you always can be learning more. There's always more opportunities. Like even if like maybe like for example, I started going to the real estate meetings, the local real estate investor club meetings, 3 years ago or so, like right in the beginning to start and I was so green. I didn't know anything. And just felt completely stupid, like with all these terms and things they were throwing out there. So at that point, I was quiet. I was taking notes. I was just absorbing, learning and everything. But with some of these meetings, they teach a lot of the same things, or once, I've kind of pretty much, I've got a great grasp on all that stuff now, all the kind of the 101 level, 102 level stuff that they teach at some of the meetings. So part of me is like, I don't really need to go there anymore because I've already pretty much extracted most of the knowledge aspect out of like kind of what the teachings are. But that's stupid of me to think that way, because really there's an opportunity when I go there. Like now the opportunity is in networking, and it's in getting to know other people and sharing, the experiences that I've had now to with the newbies. And, so there's always opportunity for growth. Like, and so that's what I would say. You got to be driven. You got to take action. You have to take action. That's the biggest one. But then also you got to learn. But I mean, you combine those three and you're fire. Like, and don't give up. Don't give up.
What's up, T Free? What's going on, man? How's it going up there?
Jason Sawyer, what's going on, everybody? Hey, please share it out if you think anyone that would find value in this, because it's I'm just here chopping it up with my boy Dan the Waterman.
You got it, bro. You got it. So what does your day typically look like? Obviously, you're a pretty successful entrepreneur. So from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, what's your day look like?
Oh, man, it's crazy. It's not even that route. There's not really a crazy. It's all over the place, depending, like, especially right now, because I'm like, everything's all over. But I mean, I wake up, and first thing is the gym. Like 5 or 6 days a week, first thing I would do is the gym. There's a couple of 2 days a week I'll either not go, or I'll do something like play basketball in the afternoon or go hiking or something. But that's like my first priority: get up, go to the gym. Gets me all like pumped up for the day. And then after that, it really just depends on what projects I'm working on. Incoming calls. When I get calls for leads, that's first priority. House, people that want to sell their homes, that's always, first priority. So those come in through email, via my receptionist. They come in through there. So I tend to those emails, anything that needs like urgent responses. There's a lot of paperwork, boring stuff I gotta do. But then go look at houses when there's houses to look at. Work on marketing pieces. Sometimes it's creating a new letter, mailing out letters. We mail letters out and postcards about every 2 weeks. So that's like an ongoing process. Dude, and then lately it's been designing working with Lightspeed VT on the virtual
There we
training.
go. I was waiting for that to come out.
Yeah, so that's lately, like I had a meeting this morning with the team there, the marketing team there, and been just right now scripting. That's the part that I'm working on right now, is all the scripts for it. Working on my social media. Had a meeting with Mike Nast today, the social media extraordinaire. So just that's another huge thing is like social media. Like I'm on there. It seems like I'm on there like a lot, and I guess some people think that I'm just on there like for fun, because that's what they're on there for. But it's like I'm on there for business, like trying to get engagement and like it's and make connections and network. Like I realized the power of Facebook and social media in general. Like after 10x, like before that, I'd go on like Facebook. I'd post like 6 times a year, maybe, like if that, and then just
now it's 6 times an hour.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's crazy. And it's just kind of worked up to that. But it's like, so that consumes a lot of, I mean, some of my time, a fair bit probably if I added it all up, but it's all for networking. I mean, I wouldn't be talking to you right
Yep.
now had I known on Facebook, you know? So it's like, it's totally, I would encourage anyone that you want to grow your network, like the fastest way, like it's like I mean, it's so crazy. It's like a networking event that's happening 24 hours a day, all the time, for everybody all around the world in one place. So it's like, and I didn't
That's
realize
awesome,
the power.
bro.
Yeah, I didn't realize the power of that until just recently. So,
I
that's a
kind of didn't notice the power of that until after 10x, because I had maybe 3,000 friends, I think, on Facebook, and now I have 4,400, 4,500. I know you're maxed out. You're Mr. Popular.
dude. I maxed out. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. Like, and I'm never about the number or whatever. Like that's to me. I'm not chasing the number. It's like that just came as a result of like what I'm doing, and that's wow, cool. That's awesome. I mean, I'm
That
awesome.
came
I'm
that came as a result
super
of the
great.
friendly flipper being all over social media.
That's the other thing. Like, people need to put themselves out there. Like, no one. Okay. So I had this epiphany, and I'll just say it because I hope someone else can have this too. It's like no one's gonna discover you. You have to, like, that's a false thing. Like, if you want to be out there and you want to get like known, like no one's gonna come up to you and be like, oh, I want to promote you. Like, you have to promote yourself. Like, you have to get out there and expose yourself, and then people will see you. Like, I always thought like, oh man, in the way like they need to come to me or whatever, but like you need to put yourself out there. And like, and yes, some people might not like you, and that's kind of a reservation like I had, or you might mess up, or you might like stumble over your words or be awkward or whatever, but like it doesn't matter. Like, it more people will respond positively if you're being just yourself and you're being a cool person, and so you got to expose yourself. No one's going to expose you for you. Like, that's such a, like, you want to get discovered, shine that spotlight on yourself. Whatever discovery,
Absolutely.
I don't even know. Like, it's like I'm just trying to make friends, and grow my network and do business deals with people, because that's what makes me tick. That's what I love doing,
Yeah,
closing deals.
that's what it's all about, bro.
That's I there's just that excitement out of sales and closing deals that I love it. Commissionable, like being rewarded based on your efforts. Like, that's what it's all
La
about.
Gringa said, "Be exposed."
Ah,
Be careful with that. So I'm gonna get a little bit deep real quick, okay?
uh-oh.
So if you could spend your time with anybody in history, who would it be?
Benjamin Franklin.
How come?
I want him to mentor me, because he knew a lot. He's the man. He seems to. I think I could learn a lot from him. I think it'd be cool to just pick his brain and just get his take on things. I think he had a lot figured out. The other person though, it'd be a real close with Nikola Tesla. Real close. Those two.
Okay.
Thomas Jefferson's a good one too. See, multiplies in the house. Shout out to my boys, the elite closers. Got something big coming, something real big to the 10x community and to the world.
So a couple more questions, and I know you got a deal or something you got to get closed at 7:00. Yes, sir. Ben Franklin came out like you were waiting to answer.
That's the first thing. It hit my mind instantly because I've thought about that
That's
before.
on a $100 bill, bro.
Yeah, it took us $100. That's right. If you can be.
So who and or what person or book has been the most influential, or which one, either person or book, has inspired you the most in your opinion?
Person or book? Well, book, I mean, probably like a lot of people that'll watch this, like Rich Dad Poor Dad, just because even though it's so fundamental, it's just that though. That's what made me have that mind shift of okay, like, and the quadrant, and the mind shift of an entrepreneur. Like that was it. I think for one book, if I had to put it on one book, for one person, Grant Cardone, like Grant Cardone by far, as a result of him, and then the 10x rule. I mean, that like just that the 10x rule is what I mean. But it's so crazy because like my real estate mentor is how I found out about Grant Cardone, and so then I listened to the audiobook, 10x rule, and then from that I knew GrowthCon was going to be awesome, and so I bought the ticket, and then it was way more awesome than I ever expected. And then like Hank Norman, came into my life, and so it's like, and that's where I got press record, and that's why I'm here talking to you. Like, so it's like such a crazy trickle down effect. But Grant Cardone, like, I mean, he's the man. Like, if I had to thank anybody, like, just because of everything, like, he's like the main catalyst, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
But also Hank Norman, I mean, press record, that changed my life. Press record, like, and it can change anybody's if that's what they want, like, press record, like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're all over the place. Everywhere.
Yeah, and I haven't stopped. I mean, I was nervous as hell at first, and now I'm just like, whatever, let's go live, baby.
Hey, bro, that's where I was at. I mean, literally 2 weeks ago, I said, I'm a little nervous to do Facebook Lives, but screw it. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen, right?
Exactly, yeah.
You get exposure.
Yeah. You'll live right through it.
Yeah, absolutely. So where do you see yourself in the next 5, 10, 20 years? What are you going to be doing? Where are you going to be at?
Let's see. 5 years from now, I will have made 100. I will have turned 100 people into, bare minimum, into flippers that are successful enough to have disposable income to buy things like Lamborghinis, yachts, mansions, that level of
What's up, Andrew?
Success. That's my 10x goal. My original 10x goal was get myself flipping 100 houses a year. That's it right there. That's it, baby.
Right there, boy. I keep it on my dash every day. Reminds me of what I'm trying to get. And not trying to get what I will have.
That's right. Andrew in the house. Eddie in the house. Andrew's wholesaling out there in Memphis. He's going to start wholesaling in Memphis, Tennessee right now.
There you go. Awesome, awesome. What's up, TJ Lopez? How you doing, brother?
Janine, I want you to be one of those 100.
She will be.
Woo!
For sure.
Powerhouse, baby.
Powerhouse. I think there's 3 or 4 of you guys in here.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Powerhouse.
So, if you were doing this interview, what questions would you ask yourself?
Oh, that's a tough one. Man. What do if I want to flip houses, what do I do next? And the answer is connect with me. I'm not sure.
Connect with a friendly flipper.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a tough question. You covered a lot. Is there any questions that anyone in the that's watching has? Anyone on the live?
Sawyer, you have any questions? You've been posting a lot. You want to get into real estate so bad, you got to get with the friendly flipper. He can help you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad to answer any questions. I mean, like, one of the biggest things like that I learned is like, it's just, or the way I feel about stuff is like the knowledge, like, just share the knowledge. Just share as much knowledge as you can, and it doesn't. So I'm totally open book. I don't have any secrets. You want to see like the letter I send out? I'll show you the letter I send out. You want to see like whatever you guys want to know? Like I'll, whatever help anyone needs.
Like Ringo wants to know if you use Crest or Colgate.
I'm Colgate smiling. Gotta support my boy ETE, Mr. Colgate Smiles.
Where's he at, man?
Get some white strips though.
What's up, John Adams? How you doing, brother? Jeremy has already helped me. Awesome. Awesome.
What
So I
up,
think there's a
Andrew? I know
couple of people on here that you could definitely help that needs to get your Lightspeed VT program.
shoot. I know Andrew's gonna kill it out there in Memphis, wholesaling, baby.
So if someone wants to, Sawyer asks, in your opinion, what is the bare minimum money when investing in real estate?
Bare minimum. I mean, you can get started. It really depends. If you're willing to put in the footwork, you can walk. I mean, you really don't need much money to walk from door to door. You know, and knocking on houses that look like they're run down and talking to owners. I mean, that's the hard way to do it for sure. I mean, but you can also pick up the phone. You know, you can put ads on Craigslist. Like that's free. Like, so there's a lot you can do for free. Now, if you can spend $500, if you can have a $500 a month budget for marketing, you'll set yourself way further ahead, because then you can mail letters out to people that have houses that are like tired landlords, like people that have been landlords for so many years and they don't want to deal with their property anymore. That you can start marketing and then just taking phone calls, and that is so much easier. So if you know, you can do it with almost nothing, but you can also get a lot further if you start marketing. And then, you know, with the right education, you can figure it out there too for free. I mean, I figured it out, but I traded a lot of hours to filter out, you know, which videos are good and which ones aren't offering, you know, real good info. So, I mean, yeah, feel free to ask me questions. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And then if you even want to, you know, hop on the VT when it's ready, like, that's going to be like my main goal with that, the number one goal is to make sure it answers all the questions from A to Z, and so that people are successful that do it. Like, because that was one of my biggest reservations for not wanting to do something like that and keeping it to myself, is because I didn't want other people to be like, how come you're doing it? Like, so we're making sure to make this course so like in depth and like engaging and super badass, really, like that it's gonna really set the student up for as much success as possible. I mean, but they're gonna have to grind. Like, you gotta have to drive, you gotta grind, and then I'm delivering.
So 2 other questions.
Yeah.
La Gringa said, besides houses, what do you like to flip?
Besides houses, pancakes. I love pancakes. Let's see. I flipped some cars, not rolling them, but I flipped some cars in my life. I'll flip anything though. That's the thing. Like,
we got to keep it G-rated, bro.
I was meaning sales wise. I'll flip anything sales wise. My number is 805 sell now. Like, because I can sell anything. So if you have something you want to sell, I don't care what it is, I'll broker it. You got a watch you want to sell? You got some scissors you want to sell? I probably won't unless you got like 10,000 of them, but I'll sell it for you. I'll flip it. I'll find a buyer. I'll connect. I know that's what's so cool. Hey, somebody wants you want to sell some water? I'm going to sell you some water, Dan. I'm going to sell you some, not water, but some systems.
There you go.
We're going to make it happen.
I know where you can buy those to sell them, just so you know.
I know.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how do people get a hold of you? One other question T Free said. He said, let me scroll up. Jeremy, do I need that real estate certification before he takes your course?
No, sir. You do not need a license to flip houses. I've flipped up until this point, every single house that I flipped, I have an agent represent me on. You don't need a real estate license. Nope. For me, it's going to open more doors because I'm well versed in the industry, so I can help other people buy and sell too. But it's not necessary.
So, Jeremy Rubin, the friendly flipper, 805 sell now. Is it 805, right?
Yes, sir. 805 sell now.
805 sell now. I like it.
I'm
gonna have to get 813 get H2O.
Yes.
I will do that.
Yeah.
So, how do people get a hold of you? Facebook?
Yeah.
Email,
Facebook.
Twitter, phone?
Yeah, sure. thefriendlyflipper@gmail.com, and I won't miss your email. Facebook Messenger is kind of crazy. So, but that also works. Call me 805 sell now. SELL. Thank you for shouting that out. 805 SELL NOW. If you gotta sell something, I'll sell it. If you gotta buy something, I'll find someone. I work with a team, my buddies, my boys, the elite closers. It's me plus 5 more. We're gonna be bringing some crazy stuff to you coming in the next year.
I look forward to seeing that, man.
Yeah.
Might have to get a Florida chapter of that brotherhood.
Yes. Ooh, could be exciting stuff.
There we go. All right, cool. Well, if anybody has any other questions, feel free to reach out to Jeremy. If you have any questions about your water, feel free to reach out to me. I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Dan, the water.
Man. You got it. Make it a great day, guys.